Ms. Scully, please do roll call.
Okay. Chairperson, Ms. Evangeline M. Cepeda.
Present.
Our Vice Chair, Ms. Jennifer Sanchez. Our member, Mr. David Camacho. And our member, Mrs. Anna Sandoval.
Present.
Okay.
We do have a quorum.
Thank you.
Madam Chair.
Thank you. For the record, I want to go in and say this, that we do have a quorum with this as part of the open government law. The Guam Academy Charter Schools Council meeting was published in the Pacific Daily News on April 29, 2025, and again on May 2nd, 2025, to include ADA compliance and assistance as required by law. With that said, council members, welcome. Our last official board meeting was in June, but prior to that and in between that, we had 2 charter schools that were implemented, so we were busybody. With that said, please review your minutes that you have before you for your review and approval of the minutes.
Madam Chair, I move to approve minutes as presented.
Thank you. Thank you. Do we have any questions or discussions in regards to that? Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay, because we don't have any old business, we've completed our old business, we'll move on to new business. Okay, so our first new business in order is the update on accreditations. I'd like to get an update first and foremost from Maga'Lahen Academy Charter School. Give us an update in regards to their accreditation. After that, give you 5 minutes and 5 minutes only. Then we will go to BTEC with regards to their accreditation right after that, and a 5 minutes window to discuss and provide this council with an update on your accreditation as required by law. Thank you.
Yes.
Please stand up, state your name.
I'm Santiago, representing Maga'Lahen Academy Charter School. So we had our evaluating team, we had our evaluating team visit us. This is for our re-accreditation because we already had our 5-year prior to 2025. And they visited us on April 5 to 10. They were here, they met with different focus groups. And right now, after that, they gave us just highlights of the initial results. And the process from CONIA is that the lead evaluator will send the findings to CONIA within 10 days. And I was informed by the lead evaluator that it was already submitted to CONIA. So now it's in the hands of CONIA just for verification and to make sure that the report is up to the standards. So we have 30 days more to wait for the final results. But as soon as it's sent to us, then we will share definitely the findings.
Okay, council members, do you have any questions for Maga'Lahen Academy Charter School Council?
Yes, Ms. Hunter, when does your 30-day window start?
It's a 40 days, so
Uh-huh.
it would be probably because it was submitted in January, maybe third week of May. By third week of May.
And in your current accreditation,
It's still so it's we're due for it's due for re-accreditation for another 6 years.
Okay,
Maybe
when
we get-
does the current one expire?
it does not it's not expired until we get the
The
next
new
one.
one.
The new one. So this is just an extension.
Any other questions, council members?
I'm sorry.
At this-
I'm sorry, Madam Chair, if I may. You said this is an extension or this
Not an
is?
extension, but they do accreditation for 5 years, but now they made it to 6 years.
Okay.
So from this, then you will see whether it's up to 6.
Oh.
So
Okay.
the next period would be.
The next period is within after 6.
Okay.
Okay, I'd like to say this for the record, please, Anne, that once we get that results, that you provide that to Feli, so Feli can inform, the councils can be informed. And I'd like that to be added into your annual report at the end of the fiscal year as required by law.
Yes.
Okay, with that, I'd like to recognize, Madam Speaker, Tina Munoz Barnes, for being here. Thank you, taking the time out to be here. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ann, for that. Can we please have Dylan come up here, state your name and give your name for the record, and then go in and give us an update on your, on BTEC.
You have to go there?
No, you can stay, if you're
Okay.
loud enough, you wanna.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
Okay.
More comfortable.
Okay.
So I'm Dylan Sablana, I'm the principal of BTAX. Over the weekend, Saturday morning, actually I'll start with, on March 25th, that's when we had our initial visit with ACS WASP. That's the commission body that we decided to go with. And so we had the initial visit on that day. And we've just been waiting for the results since then, but on Saturday Saturday morning, we received an email from the commission basically stating that we are initially accredited. So we have received the initial accreditation. So you'll see us at KYM in about an hour, actually. So we will send the council a copy of that letter.
Yes,
As
please.
well as the certificate once it comes in the mail, and so we're very happy with what we've been able to do, and I cannot stress that our academic, what did our academic director do? Mr. Richard Guerrero. He was extremely important to this process, as were all members of the DTAX community, so we're very happy with the result, and we're gonna keep pushing forward. The next visit will be in school year 2027-2028, and that will be the self-study, correct? Hopefully to get the full 6 years, so right now it's good for 3 years.
Good, congratulations.
Thank you.
I just want to say for the record, BTEC has not been a full year, so this is an amazing, and it's a shine again on the charter schools. Congratulations, BTEC. Council members, do you have any questions or concerns with regards to BTEC to address to Mr. Dylan Sablan?
No, none of this.
I'm good.
Thank you. Mr. Camacho?
Just Gabriel Harrison on YouTube, so if you miss it in an hour, it'll be there.
Congratulations,
Thank
BTEC.
you.
Job well done to your team. Okay, with that, we're gonna move right along, so because you know me, I like to be very punctual and end this in 1 hour and 15 minutes. Okay, status and public health requirements. As you know, under Guam law, one of the council's responsibility is to ensure that all charter schools comply with the Guam law with regards to public health. I just want to say that all 7 charter schools, the council would like an update to give to Ms. Feli. We'd like to have it by the summer before the school starts. We want an update. If you have it, a requirement, as a chair, I've asked that your accreditation certificate be posted in the office, visible for the public, nothing to hide, transparency. The second is your public health certificate must be posted in the office as well for transparency, so when senators, parents, anybody comes in, they can see it. I like that to be visible, okay? Any questions? Just make sure you're in full compliance and that you are current with your health inspection, okay? With that said, we can move right along. Council members, you have any questions in regards to that?
In regards to the health certificate?
Yes.
So, the obvious question is everybody up to date with their health certificates for the schools?
Yes, but I just wanted to put it for the record, so it would be,
Right, and I wanted to know, so.
yes, thank you.
You won't be surprised if all of a sudden with the newspaper.
Yeah, not going to happen. Okay, moving right along to the third item in our new business agenda. GACSC approval for Maga'Lahen Hurao to add 6th grade to their curriculum and to their school. With that said, council members, what it is Hurao, when they became a charter school, right after BTEC, they've not completed 1 year, but Maga'Lahen Hurao has requested to add 6th grade into their curriculum because there is a demand and a need from the families, from their school, and it's been very positive, and it's nothing, I mean, there's nothing to lose from this. If anything, there's all to gain. So with that said, we will have, please, Anne Marie, to come forward and say a little about it, give you 5 minutes, what you would like to say to this council. Thank you. Please state your name for the record.
Guazi Anne Marie Rosario, sana binigay mas majulo. Guawi principal dan COO para Maga'Lahen Hurao. Gagi zuguni zan tori manana zan kamagon ng gagi kisang ko bago kamagon manut. Magagi ang willing para ben umidis and respeto ben paisen hantu ni sinapot sa nizo para ben omentan isas bago. Jungo Tilibiano Asina Toto of Maka. That is Tigo Toruzi Mananas and my big side, my Estrasia. Now, Bali Asina Toto, Bob Bali, Siaka Masu Saman Kino, Benafan Tistigo, Dosna from a Buona, and Sinamani Sahafan at a son, not important, but I see I set the guys up. Wow. Representasia, umumutisia, posiki undia, akupanakanya ng manayguhit ni mantifilo, sinasia, wa maulik parasia, tatapuluzisia. Obligasyon ta kumo sa moro, para tapuluzisia nesti, mas por favor, ubaguluhanzi. Pwede sina inspiragi personizo, para nabibiano a esti sa esta makara, para tahat sa eskwela, tatugi curriculum, sa tazan matoki esti. Si finetna na grado public percentage sa hamzo is 5 grado. Siya finetna na sempre man magradua di 12 grado ni matungo haji siya, matungo magdala tomorrow. And so this is our chance to make the change. This is going to be the first group of kids that will graduate in the 12th grade knowing who they are, knowing their language. This is it. This is a change we're making. And so to multiply that now, we need your support. You need to just do it. Taze to make a quantis esta. Pues sin hafa mas malagzo be introducing I gehiro I Maga'Lahen Hurao si Ryan Salas. I segundo gehiro si Joe Noel. And all of these parents that are here today with staff.
Parents, please come in.
We also have representation from the University of Guam.
Please come in.
Administrator, Director Dispensakish of the Chamorro Studies Division, and we also have BTACs, our partners, who are here today all in support of this. Pues, sin hapa mas, malaguzo by who na si imina, I question, sa hapa na rason na para, na importante para tanagwa size guard. Okay? Why they're gonna speak to you just in our tongue about why it's important for them that we continue on and have 6th grade. You hear from them more than even myself. You know, because you're not gonna help.
State your name and your grade, okay?
Okay. Quasi Imina Cooper, San Gagiso Gi Class Mana. Golf importante I size grado para qual sa golf quase na escola san man golf aguaza san golf sao na ma fanuiham I costumbre tamoru san I hinengisia san zingen ti para na escola sempre kulan golf maka para by fina tamoru. Sa tori tempo zingen matuzo para escola fumino tamoruzo san zingen humanozo para otra escola sempre tristizo sa kulen familia esina escola san sempre masipara tori manga tongu san tituno after sempre para baitokui.
State your name and grade, and I see you all the time on Instagram. Go ahead.
Today, Guam si Moni Monia, class monitor, Zan inasal malagazo size grado sa zengin kanan tita na mas dankala izeta escala pasabri tiko bulma na pamagoan man eza zan kanan gitin inafta kanan masanga zengin kanan zengin ti hagu pas hazi zan gagu and teta zan malagazo para I mas na pamagoan man eza inovena zan inasazi zan malagazo by her kanan gawi I fossil hurao zan sempre imananapi gofnagov na sempre size grado zan kanan zingin taza size grado gof sempre gof trustiza sempre ti hu gof li ikat songho pula na biyahe zan kanan zingin tita na donkere mwasi zota eskwela pas kanan man mamata ilang wahi zan necesita ta nalala ifinota sa huli bola na biyahe gahe lengwahi siya mata esta zan kanan man gof maat yaza na sempre I samori na lengwahi na mata esta.
Sino festival asongan na eginat mo na lola ining wahi sa lisodju ang nobena inafekta no ni separation of state and church.
GACSC की हालत में ज़्यादा curriculum पूरी kultura na gof tumilong पूरी kultura तहा estimo torita ko mahana manbuka pasisanteng kamilen bali hendi put sisanteng kamilen kitsamoru pati anau ki hinigeta jani otu na rason jani manhuzo jama sini masanga ni saji jama opti ki fena tsamoru latla ilengwahi ki ni ema no ma practicati po fanan opiha tien fanana gwi really hon ifana bon in fanana gwi tamana po ma usay lengwahi gi halum I hafa ilinala niya jan hafa makukumo ki sempizi eskwela poro manala lengwahi
Yes, again, what's your first witness di tao mo na mamaisin often na mafanamag di lisado di eskwela nito often po sa ubi na din na patbun Jehovah's Witness na Leon niya.
tien perfectas baha gi eskwela na ti otu wile romia ma kristano ti man katoliko but ti man masih hafa tika I katoliko kone ba na ti man malago manyama taze ko tien perfectas haji ha mago I manana jeni familia ni man malago pamagonya taze ko andin ti man malago mawit halapi tien perfectas
Well, for my snow, to tell you something Muslim or nasa ono
lo ti kutrapena ti semana di kutra
eno kung samani
tunga Zamatuna claro I manana hafa bedadanta
And I want to say for the record, it's right now in the Supreme Court of the United States of America right now with the charter school versus mixing religion with charter schools. And right now, it looks like the Supreme Court, just for the record, is saying that charter school is not DI. And so it's right now being challenged, and it looks like it's weighing on charter schools is flexible to allow that because it's not forced upon you. You can send your child to a charter school, for example, that teaches religion, and that's where it's at right now. I'm paying attention to that right now because it's been on the news for the last 2 weeks, and it looks like the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court, has got a vote that may be the route to go. So I'm listening to that, and that can answer the question of Mr. Camacho. But I say this, as what I'm speaking on one person, parent, a voter, and then a councilman. So I'm speaking in that order. I rather your faith be taught because than asked to oppose not being taught, because the problem with a lot of society today is that nothing is being taught. And a lot of times, unfortunately, parents are leaving it to you people to do it all. And that's where the breakup of familia is at. I have no problem as one person, I've said this at the legislature, one mother who raised a son and a daughter, very strict, that's just me. There are rules and there, so I'm a firm believer, I'm speaking of me only, okay? You choose where you want to put, if they don't like Hurao, I say you got 6 other options to go with. Okay, but like I agree with your reply, nothing's going to be forced. It's a good question, but it is right now in the U.S. Supreme Court.
Ito, sa ngayon na sita na dahil sa sentimasyon ko ni hindi man Katoliko o hindi man sasunod di kultura. So,
Huwag kami. Gov klaro Paraguaho, da siguro do ni hafa intetagri. Siguro do tada dinidako, then magofang okoham ni Manana.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Chamorro. I was born during that time where we weren't allowed to speak Chamorro, so I'm very happy that now that you guys have this. Yeah. But let me just ask you a question. And as an educator, and all those educators out here, do you feel that Hurao is being inclusive now? Because now you're saying you're going to extend this to the 6th grade, which I have no problem about. But now that I see the faces and so forth, are you being an inclusive school only geared towards Chamorro because you're only teaching Chamorro?
It's the charter. That's the
We
charter.
accept whoever wants to come and learn
But
our
does the
curriculum.
charter say that it's only exclusively for Chamorro?
No, but it's an immersion school.
It's an immersion
No.
school.
It's
but
70-30, which is 70% spoken, then the 30% is in English.
I just don't want us to.
Anyone who wants to come to
That's
apply
right.
and register are welcome, as long as they welcome our curriculum and they understand our
Right,
curriculum.
but I
It's
agree,
full
but now that
immersion.
you're talking about putting in the masaju and all this other stuff, now you become more, and I understand it's the culture, but I wanna be able to differentiate between your educational part, your academics, and that, because now we're going on a thin line now, I believe, because now, not only are you being more inclusive, and I feel, and I don't want people, remember Guam is a melting pot. And everybody, although we're very proud of the immersions that you have, I'm also very concerned that people will say, well, now, are you guys being more prejudicial? And that's the word that's gonna come up.
yung chubar na wabadzik hearing siya magpasyono na
Yeah. And because you're using, if by any chance, I'm not sure if we're getting federal funds and so forth, you have to be very careful. And all of you educators understand that, especially the administrators here. Once you're dealing with federal funds, being inclusive now is not, this is why Trump has this DEI thing he wants out of the way and so forth. So, yes.
One at a time, council members. She has the floor. Hold it.
So
Proceed.
I just wanna, I'm very proud of all of you. I'm very proud of the children. I love that we're keeping our culture, our language and so forth. But I am now concerned about, are we being inclusive? And now
Very
have we,
inclusive,
yes.
very inclusive.
And
We
now,
are open to anybody who wants to come.
no,
and
but
learn.
when I mean inclusive, meaning you're only doing everything,
We are, it's
yeah.
not a emergency.
I'm just saying, I just don't want us to be portrayed as, it's such a,
ratio.
yeah, it's almost like you're being,
Well, we are the indigenous people of this island, and I stand
I understand.
strong with that.
Yes, I
And
understand.
if tomorrow is an official language of Guam, and we are the indigenous people, then this is our curriculum that we
Right.
choose to have.
But what's
But I
curriculum?
understand,
Yeah.
and I'm aware,
Okay,
very
all right,
aware,
all right. I'm
I
just-
know it's good, it's
yeah.
good for us to just keep an eye and know,
Right,
but I believe that what we're doing, because we aren't teaching religion,
okay,
everything is connected to language and our culture, everything
okay,
that we do.
all right.
And so, and we accept we're bursting at the seams. Next year, I'm not sure where we're gonna put all the kids,
Right,
because there's a waiting list, there's people calling, there's people transferring kids, and we need room.
Right,
We
no,
need
I
room.
understand that, but I'm, like I said, I'm just being more concerned about,
Yes.
because if we take in federal funds, if you do all this, you have to remember, there's certain things you have to, on the guidelines, and are we on the cusp of maybe losing everything because of that, so, we just have to make sure we're aware of,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
To just masi o company.
Okay.
No government go to company jaco kaza dinida.
Yeah,
I'm very, very sure about what we're doing and how we're doing it.
okay.
That we're not trying to, break any of those rules. I'm very, very confident. of
Yeah,
that.
because Andrea, I just wanna say for the record, from the very beginning, I was very supportive of Hurao and so forth. But as you go along, as we all go along, and we look at the atmosphere now of education, we've gotta be very careful on how we do things in our schools now. Even as beautiful as our immersions are, we just have to be very careful how we handle things because of all the exterior forces around us. Okay? That's all I want to say.
Okay, just a second, Mr. Camacho.
Jadi, otsuna example di self-determination na para mabota i status di Samoro, article from mabota. Wow, na may kono like nga aga sumawa Guam. Then di bisa ono di BCD office di test tibos na bentisi senator Mark Tumuzo lo put ezu I tauto ni sumo espresso masika Guam ti Samoro American kali na apaka na English or ti Samoro lo malago go from Bota Alpha pa Taimanu itaw Guam Bota.
Sige question sana. Ang gagi hit hapon por ejemplo. Kusina bay mamuti na bay fan bota gui. Niti guaho
Point of order. Let's stick to the agenda, and the agenda is not about voting. The point of order is, we're here to hear it, it's been noted for the record, and we'll take it.
Yes, ma'am.
Moving right along, thank you, Mr. Camacho. I wanna say one thing for the record, the beauty about charter school, is the flexibility. That's what makes charter schools work, and because Guam is very new to this, let me tell you, I've done my homework. Their charter schools are flexible for a reason, and they succeed for a reason, because they're able to work within this enrollment as to oppose restrictions from the state, or, with regards to that. With that said, Hurao you can learn from Hawaii, from Puerto Rico. They have charter schools there, and their immersion is their language, their culture, and everything that's taught there. And I know that you've done this. You've gone to New Zealand, you've gone to Hawaii, you've gone to all these immersion schools with regards to language and culture. And if you follow the same format, because Hawaii falls in the same realm that we are with regards to charter school, I think you'll be okay. Okay, with that said. And without an interruption, please state your name and your grade, please. Thank you.
Hafade Guahu Silina Nakavo sa Huatatendi in class mana Liza Hurao. Huhasana importante na sempre guasais grado para Hurao sa Hurao kulan toda ocho na escola. Then ono ha gi entry toda escola gi enteri mundo. Hafena leksyon gagi Hurao put I cultura, costumbre I hinengi siya ni patini culturata zen I lenguaje. Goja Hurao sa I diferentes na klase leksyon zen lokally I mangatsongu zen I tata ni gagi Hurao kulan I sana siha sa kulan familia todos zen
It's okay. Your point was made.
Yes, thank you.
Your point was made. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. You did great, thank you.
Hakaday, Tina Munoz Barnes, Senator of the 38th Guam Legislature, but has been your advocate for charter schools since I was the co-author of the bill with Speaker Judy Wampak many years ago. And I just want to say, in my efforts of advocacy for the increase of the grade from 5th grade to 6th grade and the inclusion of that, I think we are going into the right step into truly exemplifying who we are as island people, where we are from our history, our language, our culture, what we've been raised with. And with everything that's going on and a lot of the distractions that have come our way, and it was noted by Mr. Camacho, is where do we learn, what can we do as it relates to what we are going to either be given the opportunity to receive resources based on what we teach, how we teach it, and what we do, is literally the critical aspect of why we should never stop advocating Chamorro, whether it be to its history, whether it be through the learnings of what we had since 1521 during the Spanish time and the Salab and the whole history of Guam. Is we are an island people who spoke the language of Chamorro. In order for us to preserve it, in order for us to effectuate it, in order for us to be embedded on who we are as an island people, we cannot be afraid to take anything and everything that we know today to instill in the students of tomorrow. And as we heard the speakers from Hurao come up and speak, I was more impressed that they spoke it better than I could speak it ever. But importantly, this is not going to be the only time where there are going to be distractions of what we are teaching, or what is being taught of us that is right or wrong. It can't be. Because when you take history and you take what was given to us, whether it be ancient Chamorro, Spanish era, or today's society, the Japanese era, or today's society, all era, that all has to be incorporated. And to see the students speak it today, we have a mandate by law and statute that says we have to have Chamorro from 1st grade to 12th grade. We're still not following it. And with all the executive orders coming down, there is a chance that everything may stop, but we cannot stop fighting. And this is why we have the charter, the flexibility to work the mandates based on what your rooted mission mandate is. Guahan, it was direct instruction. SIFA is science, technology, career tech is business. BTAX, that has an emphasis of business and aviation. Hurao is right now it's 70% immersion that was accepted, but that doesn't stop us from going to 100%. If we can emulate what is being successful in other states like Hawaii, then we at least are starting to do our job. But the 7 charter schools that are here, if I can introduce legislation to increase the number of charter schools, to get the funding and resources to work the flexibility on the mission mandates, I will continue to do that. But right now, the 7 schools that we have got to continue to fight for what their mission mandate is. And that's why that flexibility and giving us a councilship of members that can help facilitate this through is where we're at. And every time I'm asked to come here, I come here because I gotta remind you parents and you stakeholders that you guys are the integral part of giving our children the chance to grow in what we believe in is right. So don't stop what you're doing. And to the kids, honey, you are amazing. Don't ever stop, and don't ever not believe that you guys aren't great, because you are. And I wish I was given that opportunity to speak the language, like Mayor San Miguel said. We grew up in an era where we were told you're not going to speak it or else you're going to get punished. You speak it, you're gonna get punished. So I stand in support of the council members. I stand in support of all the charter schools. More importantly, I'm here to listen, and I thank my family for continuing to invite me to these meetings, because I need to show each and every one of you that if we do it all together, we're gonna be united and strong, and it's not gonna take us down. So you got me, and I need 7 more to make sure that the resources for the charter schools are there. I know each and every one of you are unique in your own way, but I'm here to advocate for that. And the request from the Hurao immersion was to make sure that we add on. And if I can support the effort of the statute that's already in, that from Senator Mana Silva Tyrone, that Chamorro should be taught from 1st grade or pre-kinder to 12th grade, then we need to follow that trend, and we have an immersion that is going to, we just gotta follow it through. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak in support of all the charter schools.
Okay. Is there anyone else that would like to speak on this? Okay,
Ready?
yes.
Yes.
You gotta state your name for the record again.
Okay. Voici Dylan Sablan, lawyer principal di BTAX. And tengo na escola mami gua BTAX la gua Hurao. La tanano electro di legislatura Guahan. These students here in orange and green, they offer all of us a deeper sense of purpose, not just the students. And atana sa todo in mangagi and pay up BTAX gini. Naman matuan, the Bisanani Council, Nahungan, we support this effort to expand around to 6th grade, and we look forward to having some of these kids at BTAX one day. So that's all we have to say.
Thank you.
Viva.
Okay, with that, would any council member like to make a motion? Okay.
Saya na bansi. Jadi bila masuk ke kabota Hurao di mana? Kauno is
Thank you. That's the, made a motion for Mr. Camacho, requesting approval to add 6th grade to Maga'Lahen Hurao. Would anyone like to second that motion? Okay, second. Move to discuss, if there's any to discuss?
I do have a discussion.
Sure, go ahead.
I just have to ask, on your charter with the original, was there a reason why you didn't ask for 1st to 6th from the beginning? Or,
We are preschool 3,
Right.
pre-K 3,
Pre-K
up until
3.
5th grade.
Yes.
So the 5th graders need a place to go, and the families and the parents that are here have requested and pushed that we.
so is there anything that you need to change as far as
No.
your
Under the law, no, it
constitution?
just,
Is there anywhere we have to?
no, under the law, it requires the council, give full autonomy to the council to approve an additional, and once we do that, then they can start the next school year.
Are you planning to go any further than 6th grade?
Yes. I'm saying that for the record because I like to say this, before when they put their charter together, they came before this body, if you recall, council members, and they said that this was just the beginning, that they were gonna add, and they were gonna add, and they were gonna add. So there are 3 layers to this. This is the first layer. And I remember that because I wrote that down.
Yeah, so it's just a continuity of the cohort building up. Imagine these kids that you see before you have been here at Hurao since they were 3. And so that's the reason they have the fluency that they have, because they're traveling by cohort, and so they need a place to go to continue. We need to provide that support to keep adding on a grade. So at 6th grade, we can't stop there, they need to go to 7th grade, but we're doing it in reasonable chunks and increments, because we can't do it all at one time. And we wanna make sure that we're building an indigenous curriculum. It's very different from, and still making it global, so, we have curriculum writers, retired principals that are helping to model women and men who are retired that speak Tomorrow, who are helping to write this curriculum to make it indigenous. So it's a wonderful journey, and so we need to provide this cohort and the cohorts coming after that support to just keep building a grade after that, so they have somewhere to go.
Can I ask, so with the addition of the 6th grade curriculum to the school, do you have the resources to support that addition?
We do, so we work with UOG and GCC. Are you talking about resources like teachers?
Academically, yeah, just to support the entire academic program.
Yes, to thank for, Dr. Fran, Napati. They're all from the university, helping us to build our curriculum. And from their programs also, and including GCC, we have been able to build capacity from the Chamorro Studies programs and certification programs from both schools, or both universities and colleges, to be able to bring in teachers that were training in these areas, because it's very different to have a Chamorro medium educator rather than just a normal education. And so from there, we're growing that also and feeding Maga'Lahen Hurao with these teachers.
That was a good question, because I heard that there was a shortage of teachers out there, so I'm like, do you have the means to continue on? And then, and like you said, you wanna continue, but when you have the resources.
And I want to say that I'm really proud that a lot of the parents that have been involved have become our teachers, because they're involved and they want it so bad. And so we just have a certification program, and then they're taking additional courses at the same time that they're teaching. So that's how we're building also, is by drawing in from our parents who are totally bought into the curriculum and the school. So what I do there.
That's the side effect of immersion, we immerse the parents in.
Yes.
That is a side effect. That is a side effect.
Are there any other questions from the council?
Yes.
No. Okay, with that said, okay, there was a motion made second and close, we move for the vote, okay? Okay. Council members, for all those that are in support to have the curriculum move from 5th grade to 6th grade for Chief Hurao, Maga Academy Charter School, come this new school year, please raise your right hand. You have it. Thank you. You can start this school year, and just for the record, we're going into our next, congratulations to Hurao. I want to say for the budget FY 2026, this part of the 2026 budget was also to include, in the event the council does approve this, that it's already been prepared. I did request for her to put it into the budget to be safe, and so I'm thinking like this, you know. And so with that said, this has already been inclusive to include that, council members. I want to let you know that because our vice chair, Madam Vice Chair Jen Sanchez, she is the money lady. And with this said, I want to let you know that, and she sees numbers like I don't see it. With that said, I'm going to say that this school year we requested for FY 2026 an increase, not on our 7,800 per student pupil. Our increase was on the cap, and to increase Hurao, which we have, and so the availability of that. So with that said, under Bill 44-38, right now, which is the budget law, we have requested close to 2 million plus, and that is because of the increase on demand of the waiting list for students, the increase from 5th to 6th grade, for BTEC, on the increase in BTEC, and the increase to CFA, and every other school except iLearn, and that's because iLearn is because of their predicament with the mandate with the building that they're in. With that said, please, we need your support, and we're hoping to get what we've asked, okay? It's really tight right now with the whole critical situation with the government and with the Department of Education. But with that said, we're going to stand firm as the council, as 7 charter schools, to move forward and get what we need. Because like I mentioned at the budget that we have with Senator Chris Duenas, don't penalize us for doing well. Reward us and give us what we need. It's not what we want, it's what we need, because the demand is there. And so I asked Senator Tina Munoz Barnes, who is here, to please advocate for the charters. I do lobby with the Republicans and the Democrats, and I'm going to tell you that we're moving forward. This council is an amazing council, and we have an amazing team. And with that said, we hope to get what we asked because of the need of 2026. Is there any other concerns? Okay, it looks like we're done. Is there any other discussion, council members? Okay, with that said, we're going to, it is 5:48. So we going to, can I make a motion?
Move to adjourn, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Meeting adjourned.